Share my car. Do you want me to run and get one for you quickly?
No, I'm good. I just sit sure.
Half time I'll get to send them up here. I was going to bring it. I'll get it stressed. Usually it's just Orca doesn't bring. Yeah, no, shoot. Yeah, no. Bank works a dream, I'm only going to 30% stand on. Do you want to do a search of Who am I going to fucking talk to? What you are going to give? Which I'm not doing.
Good evening and welcome to round 20 of NPL Victoria men's competition. Truly amidst the back end of the season now, only 6 weeks remaining of the competition. Tonight's instalment, the feature match, one of them live on YouTube. It's Hume City up against the Melbourne Knights. A win here for the home side. We'll see them jump into third place, currently where Heidelberg United sit on 38 points. They played to a 1-1 draw last night against Avondale at Olympic Village. So Hume in striking distance at the top end of the table. As for Melbourne Knights, they sat in 8th. They were to get a victory here today. They would jump Dante City in 7th place. My name's Adam Palombi. I'm pleasured to be on the gantry for tonight's clash in the West Meadows. So we look to provide the lineups. We'll start with Ivan Franic's side, the away team. Line up like such. It's Oldfield in goal. The back partnership consists of Carrigan and Werndl, with Sewell and Franic, the wide players, in the fullback positions. Franic, Morton and Hall in the engine room, with Albano, Bramwell and Saki in attack. Albano early involved in his cross. Hope is not what Ivan Franic will be seeing more of throughout the contest, given its wayward nature. Hume start with Jackson Riley in goal. Got Harry Ashcroft in the back half alongside. Well, we had a look at the Hume City lineup and it was rather sprinkled with a few reserves players, a few outs for them tonight. So I believe the centre-back partnership of Aizen Ishak and Harry Ashcroft is the go. Mark Otchenk has the captain's armband on. Lachlan Weir left back. Fletcher McFarlane, Joshua O'Kane and Oscar Carlson consist of the engine room. Leading the line, I believe, is Joshua Galevsky with Amar Abdallah and Lloyd Isgrove on the flanks. Isgrove tumbles to the ground, takes a free kick quickly. It's led by Ugo Arslan, the man in charge. So it's Isgrove charging through, finds Abdallah. He strikes towards goal. And Oldfield already called upon to make a save. So corner forthcoming for the hosts. In touching distance of that third place position on the ladder, that eludes them. David Chick, throughout the week, I'm sure would attempted to polarise his players for what could be a big result for them tonight. Of course, they would have been watching on attentively for the result at Olympic Village, which has allowed them for this predicament. So corner for Isgrove. It's got some height on it. I think near post is cleared by the Knights. Saki trying to dance out of danger. Isgrove will attempt his luck again. Into the area, finds McFarlane. Chip towards Isgrove was the idea. That's hit a hand. And so the hosts have a lively start and they have a free kick just on the edge of the area. But Isgrove might fancy his chances from here. It's believed it's become rather the coincidence for Hume throughout the season where Amar Abdallah only scores if Isgrove has first, which has been the case on a few occasions. So the boy from Yeovil has a chance. He opts to loft in towards the box. And the header was met. Just wasn't kept low. It was Asian Ishak, the final touch. He just couldn't divert towards Oldfield's goal, so it's going to be a goal kick rather for the Knights, who in the early stages have been against the ropes, you could say. Hume last week, away victory, 3-0 to score against former manager Mr. Watson. David Chick, that's accumulated this Hume side. Has done rather okay. So you can see in the heart of midfield, Franich was trying to find his teammates to get the engine room up and alive. Lachlan Weir concedes a foul. Melbourne Knights fresh off a 6-0 victory against Moreland City. That at Knights Stadium last Friday night on the 21st of June. Enjoyed quite the spate of form since that loss against the Port Melbourne Sharks, as Riley takes a little parry but claims credit to the Knights. A draw at Avenger Park against Avondale. Away victory against St Albans, 2-1 on that occasion. They defeated Dandy City, the side that currently sits on top of them on the table. 5-2 the score away from home last week, or the week prior. Last week's result, a 6-0 home victory against Moreland City. So player manager Ivan Franjic certainly enjoying his side's current purple patch they're in, nearly a month undefeated. Just over a month, in fact. So he earned it, gets it moving on. On the ground the pass will go. Look to make some inroads, perhaps the Knights. Searching pass for Sewell. Albano's going to get there before him. Happy to remain patient. With Morton, and moving on to Franjic. Carrigan. And Ivan Franjic. Bramwell possesses some height. He's going to cause headaches tonight for Harry Ashcroft, you assume. So now it's the visitors having a patch in possession. To remain rather patient. Haven't seen Hume sit this deep off the ball in some time. Usually the ones pushing the envelope. As long ball forward towards Bramwell. He might arrive. He lets it bounce instead. It will sit up for him. Patient to pod the delivery. Sewell has a chance to cross. A Ching confronts him. Ball flung into a dangerous area. Not entirely cleared yet. Albano has a chance. Might get a second attempt to let fly Albano. Now Isgrove wants to break, and Galevski's ahead of him. Isgrove and Abdallah making up some ground. Numbers firmly with Hume. Galevski couldn't unlock the door. With Werndl just in the way when it were required. Of course, it's positive that Ivan Franjic's side are holding possession. But they must acknowledge the threat in which Hume boasts on the counter. There's some firepower within their attack. Of course, no Josh Bingham or Mikhail Platt to speak of this evening. Their talisman, both Mara Abdallah and Lloyd Isgrove. Opponent features City's lineup week in, week out. Other cold conditions immersed Melbourne throughout the course of the day. The rain thankfully has stopped. It feels as if it cleansed itself throughout the day. Pitch remaining rather wet. Albano ventures towards the box. Riley made himself big. Bramwell stays on the deck. No one arriving at the back post. Albano with that confusing shot, yet sort of cross. Now Carlson only has Abdallah. Continues a forward run in support. O'Kane more central. Abdallah wants to take the game on. Gets the pass on towards Galevski. Now Carlson has a chance at the edge of the box. Cut back. No contact made as the ball travelled along the 6-yard box. David Chick perhaps realising that was a genuine chance for the hosts to hit the front. Much to the fortune of Oldfield in goal. She really could have done about that. As Bramwell, isolated, takes the shot on. Never really got much purchase on it. And a deflection. Says Urga Arslan. David Chick rather bemused as to how that's been called a corner. I feel as if this evening William Quartermain, the fourth official, will have his work cut out for him. Joshua Drakeford and Daniel Anderson on the lines. There's a corner forthcoming. Fine start this game has exhibited so far. Chances at both ends. These sides definitely like to play football on their terms. So the Knights have a corner. Riley being crowded. Urga Arslan is all over. So Franjic awaits the delivery. Many bodies in the box. Delivery is rather tame. It's met in the central region of the box. Franjic, first time towards the back post. Carrigan lofting. Urga Arslan's whistle sounding offside the call. Daniel Anderson with her flag up. We might investigate their recent form. Worst opponents in the top half of the table. The last 5 games they defeated Green Gully. Away from home 2-1 the result. Lost at home to Southampton by a goal on that occasion. They went to Port Melbourne. John Murphy reserve. And they 3-0. Completing the double over the Sharks. Recent 2 weeks ago, Avenger Park, a 5-0 result they were on the receiving end of. A familiar, friendly, too strong on that occasion. A bit of discipline also on display from Michael Weir. Sent off at the death of that first half. Despite the scoreline showcasing what was a lofty win for Avondale, Hume, despite being down to 10 men, certainly made Avondale earn one of the goals they scored on that occasion as Old Barnott getting the better of O'Kane, who slides, does well there, Joshua. Aching takes over. That's for what's forward of Galevsky. Werndl headed it away as Aching went long and out of play. They themselves back in the winners' column last week against St Albans, away from home. Galevsky had a double. Abdullah also joined the goal-scoring party. It was 3-0 at half-time, in which they remain unchanged at both ends. The result will follow following the full 90. Crossing opportunity. Has a really awkward cross. And, well, I'm sure that wasn't intended by Haw. Certainly rather concerned about it, Jackson Riley. It was evasive.
Okay, well done, Amir.
Just keeping the goalkeeper honest for the meantime.
Don't get it in, don't get it.
Now is Grove in a forward pocket. Carrigan getting the better of him on this occasion. Galevsky in the centre. Isgrove's low ball in, cut out by Werndl. But Weir might get a chance to let fly. He crosses instead. Somehow set up perfectly for him. They do well despite the pressure. They're in a compact space now, the Knights, and they're remaining rather composed. Work it out. Their defensive half, they shift it across. Barnott stretches, keeps it alive. Gian Albano running at pace. Bramwell was in behind. Ashcroft intervenes. Aching gets a foot on it. He's clutching. His right leg there, Markachine, the captain for the evening. Adelaide boy.
Excellent. That's the
Must
run.
be in a bit of discomfort. David Schick watching on attentively. Sewell just coming to check in on his opposing fullback. Jurgen Arslan having a chat to the two involved in that little clash. So Chink finally up on his feet. See how he weathers potential discomfort following that collision. So Ashcroft having to go back to his keeper.
Okay, let's get facing forward.
Jackson Riley had experience in the first team in the first month or so of football in the competition for Hume. Michael Weir had re-arrived to the club following his spell at the Newcastle Jets, which would put him first in line in the pecking order. The suspension from 2 weeks ago, you can assume he's still serving it. His claims in that contest that he was trying to clear the ball back to the halfway line. So obviously he potentially was looking to line up Kerr, who converted the penalty for the Avengers. So Abdallah finds Weir. Breaks the lines well. Farland goes back towards Weir. It's a fine ball to pick him out. It's going to sit up for Lachlan. He crosses in. Carrigan heads away. O'Kane plucks it out the sky. It's a foot on towards Carlson. Abdallah could never get the real traction on the shot. It's a snapshot in truth. Simple for Chris Oldfield to claim. Just over 16 odd minutes of football played so far.
Excellent, let's go. Get
Both
in.
sides
Okay, face
can
forward.
argue feeling each other out.
Front line, don't be flat. Oscar, don't be flat.
No real resounding chance on goal yet.
Yeah, come. Don't be in the same line.
There's all the makings to get to that level.
Hey, switch.
As obvious chances will be present. Isgrove finding Abdallah. Kane has a chink. Who wants the ball out wide, he'll receive. Sewell applying a press. Chink back to O'Kane. Hume happy to settle in possession. Kane cleaning up. He's so technically composed. Staple for Hume. He's tenure with the club. Searching pass for Gillespie, wasn't the team of the week. Round 19. Mistaken, I believe, also. Werndl for the Knights was also featured in the team of the week, all picked by those on commentary. Sides met back in round 7. It was quite the contest on that occasion. Goals plentiful. 2-5 the final score in favour of Hume, who were away from home. We're leading at half time 2-1. End of the contest, they had firmly earned all 3 points. Goals from Mikael Platt, Josh Bingham, Abdallah also in on the goal scoring party, as there might be a chance opening up on the box for Gillespie. Now a Ching's cross, fine delivery, Gillespie arriving, hitting the roof of the net. Hope that's being picked up on the ambience microphone. Hume City Ultras, if you will, in attendance tonight. Have the drums out as well. It's providing some atmosphere. The cold has not discouraged them. Nor has it Hume? They've been positive early on. Carson just right in front of Oldfield. This ball's flung in. Tame cross in truth. Headed clearance, allows for Albano to venture forward. He's isolated, but he wants to run to the Ching, and he's going to get past him. Fire a kind bounce. He releases Bramfield, who's away from his grove. Can he get in behind? A huge chance here for the Knights. And Jackson Riley. Number one for a reason. He showcases why he's the first choice tonight. Made himself huge in that situation. Lachlan Weir thought about potentially causing what would have been a sending off. Had he made contact, he was the last man. Bramwell was away from his grove. He looked to apply the chip finish, in which Jackson Riley read superbly. So scores yet to open. Fundamental save on the Hume City custodian goalkeeper. As Abdallah looked to receive a cross. Werndl gets his head on it. Galevsky does much of the same. Carlson, cheeky back heel. Carrigan intervening. Albano thought to take the game on upon that attacking scenario for the Knights, which nearly to his credit had worked fortuitously. Indication of the conditions, how cold they are around West Meadows. The hot cup of tea I purchased just before we went live is ice cold at the moment. Not as the football, as we are. Wants to get beyond the engine room. Farland. Things rather tight. Grove, Carrigan and Frangage. Della, heavy touch. Now Bramwell has the run on Ashcroft, who makes up the ground and slides cleanly to keep it away from Bramwell, who on the break is causing some problems early on. Bramwell firmly involved in the goal-scoring race for 2024 season. Harrison Sawyer leads at 13 goals for him. That's the game in hand he has tomorrow to play against Oakley. It's going to be quite the competition down at Lakeside. There are currently 4 different goal scorers, all on 11 goals each, consistent of Bernarda, Bramwell of the Knights, Salmon and Zini, both of Oakley and Avondale respectively. Abdallah on 10 after 19 matches played, hasn't missed a game I believe this season. Abdallah, though it is Grove currently on 9 goals. He had missed the contest against Avondale. He was on the bench last week and had featured in the second half for Hume. Even spread goal-scoring field. Only 6 odd rounds left of football to play. The season has come and gone in the flash. A little bit of a slip. Quick recovery. Long ball sent forward towards Abdallah. Saul taking no chances. Uses his head. Gets it away. Abdallah's touch back to the Ching. Get beyond Saul. Carlson using his body. Swede does well. His pass cut off. Finally crafted by Ishak. Looks to a fruitful idea, which Oldfield is all over. He thumps it long. Oh, the header not dealt with adequately enough, and off his line comes the keeper. He has to get back to his box quickly. Albano received a pass from Hall, which might have taken the sting out the attack. Riley was confident upon his goalkeeping. Ashcroft had to look up at the sky, in which the floodlights beamed upon his eyes, perhaps intervening in where the placement of that header was going for a split second. So cause a panic for David Chick, his side. Just remaining composed when required. Wendell, searching pass forward. Bramwell never really competed for it. Okay, before. A few delights about being at Hume City Stadium in West Meadows. Not far at all from Tullamarine Airport. Of course, if any time you hear one of those big planes travel across the ABD Group stand, you're hearing the engines in idle. As the plane comes into landing. He's going to set up for a chink in control. Farland, measured, Ashcroft. Chink, Carlson, using his body a fair amount tonight. Underground Wendell. Farland pressing heavy. Frandich. To go quickly. Now Ishak. They both collide for the ball. Manny on the deck. There's Frandich for the meantime. Play will resume with O'Kane, who keeps going. Carlson has Abdullah to his right. Can't unlock him. You can see the Knights players looking to want to have the ball put out of play, which play has stopped. The grass line will attend to Frandich, who collided Colossus. Mason Ishak was adamant in winning the ball. In doing so, not a collected. Joseph Frandich. Quartermain just confirming why play was stopped. David Chick had asked him. Over Arslan deemed that a dangerous scenario, which would call for play to be stopped. So Melbourne Knights have the drop ball. In which Sewell hasn't opted to give back to Hume. So Barnott tried to spin from Abdullah. Sheen gets past impressive Hall. Farland turning from old Barnum. Now a Ching. Farland to a Ching. Veteran, the armband this evening. Back pass, it's a little bit undercooked prematurely. It's Riley thumps long. Sewell underneath it, plucks it out the sky, controls well, gets past McFarlane. As intense. Barnett. Firm challenge by Ashcroft. Bartle trying to find a receipt. Abdullah wants to run out defenders. He's beyond Sewell, not beyond the back tracking. Jack Morton. Mikulewski. His pass going afraid. Frandich finds Ivan Frandich. Takes a nice touch to get around his marker. They will remain alive. Joseph Frandich now. To Ivan Frandich. Bramwell in the box. Shifting ball's going to sit up nicely, which will allow for Hume to get back in their defensive positions. But Morton. Corey Sewell assessing his options forward. John Barnell, one of those. Joseph Frandich and Barnell. Sewell. Steps beyond Abdullah, fires the cross in. Weir, not really there to cause any grievances with the clearance. McFarlane heads it on, but now Frandich of Joseph back in possession. Ivan Frandich. Knights slowly growing in this contest. Crossing opportunity forthcoming towards the back post was Sewell. He centres it for Bramwell. Frandich gets in front of Carlson. And Abdullah hits the deck. Yellow card issued by Ogar Arslan to Joseph Frandich, who lunged at Amar Abdullah, trying to rekindle possession just inside his defensive half. Might have heard the claims on the Hume City bench. Adamant that was perhaps A red card infringement. The yellow issued by Ugur Arslan. So cameraman has got his gloves on. Another indication of just how chilly it is in the West Meadows. Football quite to the contrast. Rather competitive. As Abdallah back on his feet. Galevsky fine pass to unlock Amar Abdallah. Carlson the option in the box, as was Isgrove at the back post. Abdallah trying to dance beyond his marker towards the near post, trying to find Carlson. Barnett back heels. Finally to get out of that pocket. Cheng has to make up some ground. Jarno Barnett running it. O'Kane. Mawson moves it on. A chance to strike a goal. Forthcoming! Riley was never really concerned about, but there was a lot of time in which Salfadine Saki, the dangers in which his left foot possesses. There was a real moment there in which he thought the net was going to ripple. The keeper was never really bothered. Kept planted. It's Ishak trying to unlock Isgrove, who gets a touch on it. Accelerates to try and keep it alive, which forces Carrigan to rush it out of play. Strong build-up at the Hume City Stadium. As McFarlane caught in possession. Not much forward for Albano. For Morton rather, he looked to unlock Bramwell. Weir firmly back in possession. Ashcroft's going long towards Isgrove. Franich has a look at the ball. Stay alive for Lloyd Isgrove. He's going to get beyond Franich, who takes a tumble to the deck. Ugur Arslan keeps his whistle in his pocket. As it still remains alive, Isgrove hits the deck. As Franich clears. Bramwell using his body. Ishak just catching him. Ugur Arslan issuing a yellow card. See Ashcroft not giving the ball back. Perhaps just wanting to get those in red back in a defensive position. Just over half an hour of football played. Scores still level. Either side finding it would be the deadlock broken early on. Not that early on stage now. A third of the way through the contest. Sewell's low delivery. Doesn't get past the Ching. Sewell does well. Gets it back. Carrigan. Joseph Franich. Eight out of possible 11 bodies inside their attacking half for the Knights. Perhaps showcasing their intent. As Carlson does well to rekindle possession. Now Abdallah wants to find Galevsky. Isolated on the right wing. It's one thing they've lacked so far tonight. Hume, no real tall targets in the box. No Platt or Bingham to speak of. But Galevsky's on the edge of the area. Sewell back on defensive duties. Abdallah with an aerial option for Hume to utilise. To go more direct on the ground as Galevsky chipping pass to Carlson. Backheel towards McFarlane. Galevsky gets his shot away. Just a comfortable height for Oldfield to control. Loving the Hume City Ultras just getting behind their troops on this very traditional, typical Melbourne winter's evening. Barnett has called for the ball on his left side of the play. Sewell skirted by a chink. Barnell really had to move to take the throw in. She's offered to Corey Sewell. Wendell to his keeper, Chris Oldfield. Was called upon early to guide Isgrove close range. Breaking pass from Carrigan. Franjic found his brother Ivan. Hall. Saki recycling to Carrigan. Sewell, Isgrove now the central option for Hume as Wendell scoops a pass out towards Albano. It has gone off his shoulder and allowed for a chance to get beyond to Ching. Still provided an overlap. Albano takes the game on, chipping pass towards Bramwell. Ishak. Well done. Without the keeper. Jackson Riley to play without any real qualms. Weir goes inboard. McFarlane happy to shift on towards Ching. Dalla. Lloyd Isgrove at the right side of proceedings. Carson fronted by Sewell. Comes Isgrove. It's a back. Carson having his involvement early on. Quite versatile, the Swede. Can play as a playmaker, deep line midfielder. Further in attack as Galevsky tried to break the lines. The Weir cross, not really looking for anybody that's got great height in the box, but so still remains. Gone towards the back post. Carlson really had to loft to get anything tangible on that crossing opportunity. Oldfield helps Oscar Carlson to his feet, jostles to pick up the ball for a goal kick. Ching, thumping header. Second chance of doing so. Ball down the line, Abdallah. He's going to give chase. It's going to peter out. Ching. It was Dandy City and kept Hume City goalless at home. I say back in round 13. Really testing my own knowledge upon the 2024 season. As a Ching wanted to find McFarlane. Another to make it work on that occasion. So Wendell and Albano featured in the team of the week for round 19. So firepower at both ends, both Galevsky and Albano, the informed players at the moment. Nearly beyond a Ching. He's caused him a couple of headaches early on. Isgrove wants to get himself more involved. Carlson, McFarlane, Abdallah in that left wing. Might fancy a cross. Galevsky was there in the box. But Wendell intervenes with that offensive header away. That was required at the expense of a corner. Isgrove's high delivery at the back post. They were arriving. Ashcroft had made his way from the back post to generate a header, which was never going to test Oldfield. Chances haven't exactly been clear cut in this contest thus far. Despite their recent loss, which was 5 odd games ago, Melbourne Knights, I think that loss to Port Melbourne Sharks has taken the home side 80 minutes and a deflection. Both goals on that occasion were deflections in truth. First goal scored by Egan Stokes back in round 16. For Melbourne Knights, but they were, you could say, hard done by. Although their attack on that day wasn't exactly so fruitful, they certainly showcased a quite controlling display in the engine room. The defence was certainly nullifying attacking outlets of the Port Melbourne Sharks as a Ching. Kept Riley alert, who cleared long. Composure from the captain was required, as it was from his goalkeeper. As Weir miscued clearance after control. He's made a bit of a task of this, Lachlan Weir, but he's recovered superbly. Bounced upon that clearance he laid. That will be Hume's ball. So back at that fixture at Jalen Murphy Reserve. It's fitting that the Knights have gone on to have quite the spell of form in the competition since. Rather unlucky on that occasion. The second goal in particular was the most misfortunate you can get. Oldfield was forced into a save. It was a one-on-one save to deny Lucas Burns. It's not been denied here as it's been to the edge of the area. Chance opening up. It's going to bounce off the keeper. They're going to claim handball. Riley, we've seen that a couple of times even in the warm-up before the game had started. He's handling to question the keeper. His positioning is superb. Just hasn't been able to grab the ball away, which he'd hope. Saul stretches. Done it for corner. Just to wrap up that last loss for the Knights. He's got a feel rather, especially for Oldfield. He pulled off such a tremendous save, and Lucas Burns, a player for the Sharks on that occasion, who turned the game around. Didn't claim the goal, but certainly was the architect. So Douglas trying to build something now for Hume. For delivery to the near post, it's cleared. Albano first touch to Sewell, who unlocks the door perhaps for Albano. Runs at a Ching, who impedes him. Helga Arslan has been very busy early on in this first half. Ching acknowledges tactical collision, if you will. The captain's gone to the book. Quartermain to here tonight. Just having a friendly reminder to Helga Arslan to be attentive on the game. Thoughts that might have been the right decision by the man in charge. It's Werndl. Barner will receive. Still might have been the initial target. Ching, positioning. His chest in the way. Hall couldn't go beyond O'Kane. Sliding. It was Morton. Last night, just pointed towards David Chicken. Quartermain is the fourth official. Just trying to keep David Chick at bay. It's rather obvious early on what tonight means for Hume. In need of the 3 points as we come to the pointy end of the 2024 season. Werndl's searching pass forward. Ashcroft's firmly underneath it this time. Ching might have gone to his advantage. He thought he might have been impeded. Sewell's throw to be forthcoming. Quartermain. Quartermain rather having a look towards his watch. Ball yet to go up as Hoare, on the edge of the area, might have been instructed by Abdallah, got his shot away. Albano has his effort blocked. Carlson happy to clear. Carrigan. Isgrove confronted by Morton. Morton's done well. Saki's cross, Bramwell's header, and it's gone in for the Melbourne Knights. Right on the stroke of additional time in the first half. It's the away side who break the deadlock. Brilliant play from Saki. Fine shape on the cross, and a man deserving of a goal. Bramwell looked as if Riley had gotten across, but the header far too powerful. And that's probably the worst time to concede a goal for David Chick's men. Ivan Frandic, the player manager, you can see how content he is. 1-0 to the Knights. Kieran Bramwell showcasing his importance upon this in-form Melbourne Knights side. 22 years of age, has had A-League experience. Showcased his value upon a fine head of effort at goal. It's a product of the Perth Glory NPL side, had featured for Perth Glory on over 27 occasions. Ruben Zdanovic's Perth Glory side. He's currently the talking point for Ivan Frandic's Melbourne Knights side. It was Bramwell's head of effort in the 6-yard box. Too good for the keeping efforts, which were fully valiant from Hume City's Jackson Riley. Zurga Arslan sounds the whistle for half-time. It's the visitors, Melbourne Knights, who lead Hume City by a goal. We'll look to bring you the second half following this first half break very shortly. Welcome back to Hume City Stadium. It's Melbourne Knights who, right at the stroke of half-time, took the lead. David Chick's side have it all to play for in the second half. As you can see, David Chick just a slight jog back towards his technical area. No changes from either side to speak of. With the Hume City Ultras in full noise, got the drum kit out this evening. They're not deterred, as we mentioned, by the cold, in which is becoming very icy. Kieran Bramwell header, sole difference in this contest. Hume with the 3 points. Jay required to go third. Need a swift response, you feel. The Knights kept them rather level. If you look at the half-time stats, 8 shots to 5 in favour of the Knights. Although Hume from their 5 had 2 on target. The only effort on target from the Knights was the goal they scored. 4 corners to 1 in favour of Hume. Fouls 5-4, so 9 in total between both sides. Full emphasis now on those in red as Isgrove boards towards Galevsky. Looking to set the precedent early on. They're all pushing it rather high. McFarlane now to Ashcroft. Ochieng has the armband on tonight, has to really lead by example. Incisive for Abdallah. Cleared promptly. Bramwell looking to apply some pressure on the clearance, which occurred from Werndl. Sudan Frandich. Chat with Quartermain. Two veterans in their own right, both Isgrove and Frandich. Frandich searches for Bramwell, which Riley will claim. See the discussions continue with Isgrove and those on the technical area for the Knights. In good faith as Abdallah gets a nice reaction from the crowd following a little party trick. Hasn't seen him exactly come to life yet. Uses his body to get possession back. Play will continue with Galevsky. Gets around his marker. Can he find opportunity for the shot? Werndl. He's been rather on top of things today. Abdallah still remains on the deck. So the ball being promptly kicked out of play by the Knights to with Urga Arsenal coming across to just inquire Abdallah. Just back up on his feet. Might have been a little collision there with Mitch Hall as he was shifting gears. So long ball searching forward from Saul. Ashcroft. He's really made a task of getting underneath. He's been sure to live up to that task following that first one, in which most culminated in a goal scoring chance for the Knights early in the first half. Albano, chance opening up now for the Knights yet again, cutting inside on the edge of the box. Hall gets it moving on. Sewell rather deep, goes direct. There's a genuine chance, I believe, for Morton. Opted to keep possession rather than just having a go himself. As Galevsky was a forward run, we had acknowledged it. Ishak to Ashcroft. Points of it earlier on in this contest. Lacking that height, you could argue, in the box. They venture forward. The players are quite quick and technical. They just lack that physicality, which both Werndl and Carrigan have abundance of. As Hall gets a recycle with Werndl. Searching ball forward, not going to find anybody. Ishak searching for Abdallah, who's going to receive, is going to run out. Werndl, Abdallah will let fly. He's claiming it was a corner. This was David Schick and his old coaching staff. Didn't look as if a deflection had occurred. Abdallah caught it, well and true, but not exactly accurate. Arguably the most, well, important chance, or clear-cut chance Abdallah has had for the entire game. Usually doesn't need half a chance to convert. This is his most prominent yet. Oldfields sends it in towards the semicircle. Abdallah can provide chase. Oldfield using the full length of his box. Sweeping off his line. Initially a heavy touch from Franjic, but he moves it on towards Sewell. Albano getting some jeers from the Hume City faithful right in front of him. The ABD group stand side of proceedings. Chick calling for his side to just push further up. Saki was evasive, gets beyond Isgrove, who's applying that press, and releases a fine ball over the top, which Sewell has to run onto. Albano acknowledged he wasn't going to get to the pass, which was crafted, just not executed adequately enough. Saki with a heavy touch. Abdallah will provide chase, but Knights will clean up routinely. Oldfield says have it, sends it very long. Albano and a Ching. Ching rises. Franjic goes in hard, gets beyond Weir. Has to slide to get the ball away, but Farley remains on the deck. You see Franjic attending to McFarlane, who still remains rather worse for wear. Play's going to continue until the pass forward wasn't fruitful. David just continuing the protests for the ball to be able to play. Morton was adamant to continue the move. Pass was rather wayward. Swede looked to provide this little stoppage here. The results that have occurred so far in round 20. Kick started Frank Holohan Soccer Complex, Dandy City against the Moreland City, 7-1 for the home side. Making a statement on that occasion. You mentioned build up to tonight's game. Heidelberg and Avondale drew 1-1 Olympic Village. Tona Magic, Paisley Park, Melbourne Sharks. Somewhat a bit of a derby, considering their close proximity. Manningham United at Petty's Reserve put 4 past the St Albans Saints. A quick look to see if there's any scores at George Andrews Reserve between Thunder and Green Gully. Have to inquire. This play continues here. Cross will come in, not exactly dealt with by Ashcroft, but it's gone behind for a corner. And the Knights have been the ones pushing the envelope for their second in this second half. Want to climb into 7th position of the ladder. Reuven is on the call. That Dandy Thunder match we're discussing at the moment. Should get some clarification on the scores. As the cross is flung in, Riley to palm away as the rain missed rather. Needs to come down here in West Meadows. It's an implication that can have upon the conditions. No cross the option. Poor. Swinging ball in can be dealt with. Has a bit of a exactly dealt with. It's heading at the moment, the ball. Somewhat travelling everywhere. Conditions far from ideal as we will receive confirmation on that clash between Dandy Thunder and Green Gully. Scores currently kept at 0-0, so that also yet to open up. Chesterfield. It's home football on a Saturday night across Victoria. McFarlane out to Weir. The wind also picking up. Might have been the bad omen for the weather. Had mentioned throughout the day today it was rather wet, therefore you'd feel that would mean it wouldn't be wet this evening. I forget the state I live in, considering it's rather bipolar, in which the weather has a mind of its own, can do whatever it likes. So Hume City seems to be their backs against the wall. They haven't exactly ignited into this contest. That Markachine pass going out of play to Abdullah personifies that statement. The Knights have certainly come in with a game plan they're executing at the moment. Oldfield sends towards the stands. He will be back in possession with a chink from the throat. Heavy press coming from Barnett. Bramwell now providing some of his own upon Riley. Seen Jackson Riley at some stages of this season. Conceded a goal upon a press. It was Christos Theodorakopoulos of Manningham United. Scoring for the Blues in the encounter. Hume comfortably go on to win. At a lower tempo still. Weir could have loft, but Saki had done so. Wanted the ball back from Franich. Joseph Franich leading with a forward run, which Ivan hadn't acknowledged. Wants to go back towards Saki. Carrigan and Galevsky. Wernzel avoiding, getting past both Galevsky and Isgrove. Taking the game on there. Such a pass long for Saki off his head. McFarlane controls and gets it to Isgrove instinctively. That's Hort. Now Morton. Breaking lines now, the Knights. Albano wants to run towards Ashcroft, who's going to remain on the turf. So he's in a bit of discomfort there, Harry Ashcroft. Considering the amount of outs which you currently have, nothing of which David Schick would want to see. Some more players on the injury front. Third last game in which Hume City will play at their home stadium for 2024. Many tantalising moments throughout the season, experienced at home. For them. To find a response as Bramwell tried to unlock a level Barnett. Riley. Showcasing his importance in goal. City. Travels to Darwin for the Australia Cup round of 32. They'll take up Darwin Hearts. They've only founded in 2010. As if Hume certainly want to try punch their tickets into the round of 16. Skalevsky, Wernzel gets his head in the way. Franic on control. It's for Darwin Hart. They're currently second in the North Zone Premier League in the Northern Territory. Isgrove manufactures a cross. Abdallah lets it bounce. He has McFarlane on for the pass, which has been cut off by Morton, but now it's the home side with some pressure which they're trying to apply. All their players currently sat inside their attacking half. Jackson Riley in goal. Ashcroft finds Skalevsky. Abdallah, what can Amar provide? He shifts gears, gets away from Morton, but not past Saul. This will be a corner. Stefan Franic, the technical coaching staff look to make a change. Quartermain to put up his board to indicate the change rather. Be White to come on. Meanwhile, Abdallah's cross. Skalevsky had risen. Ashcroft is there. The clearance is forced by Bramwell, who's quick to get back to his perch. Carlson. Back to McFarlane. Isgrove making a run into the box. He might be acknowledged. Midfield the man. Some moments throughout the years in the Oz Cup, Hume City. I believe it was in 2015 they hosted Melbourne Victory. At the time their captain was Lee Broxham. It's a nice photo of that featured throughout the club rooms.
Up a couple, up a couple.
Semi-finalists back in 2015.
First and second! First and second!
Skalevsky has to make up some ground. The pass won't reach him. There's a substitution to be made. Joseph Franic, the man coming off. He was firmly involved this evening for Melbourne Knights. That's his night all wrapped up. I'm sure he'll be rather content to get the big substitution trench coat on. Steve White enters the mix. Amidst the mist which is turned into rain. Isgrove. Carlson rather. Skalevsky turns a corner.
Busy! Quiet! Quiet!
Testing conditions. Abdallah's ball in, not very pretty, headed across the face of goal. It heads its way out the box. Wind and rain really picking up a Ching's ball, flung in. Gilevsky heads it up. Carlson getting over Zallis. And in the crossfires, conceding a foul. As the rain is impacting our production, as our cameraman is moving his equipment further back to just ensure that the stream doesn't have any interruptions. Hume City rebranded back to their original namesake. They were changed, established rather in 1979. It was in 1993 when they became North Coburg United. In quick succession, they've gone from State League 4 to State League 1 in a matter of 11 years to get them to that level of Victorian football. 2009 rather, they rebranded back to Hume City. The facility also opening up back then. Experienced quite the tenure in the FFA Cup, now the Oz Cup. Semi-finals. Girth in 2016. 2015 rather. To the eventual champions. Melbourne victory. It was an angry park to which the contest had occurred. In 2016, victory. 3,500 people were present for that clash. Victory to result to a penalty to win. 17 around the 32. Exit in the Oz Cup. Doherty Cup champions in 2019. Quarter-finalists of the FA Cup in 2019 also. Certainly trying to get back inside National Cup competition as the wind is carrying the rain sideways. David Chick's side up against the ropes now as Isgrove will receive a pass from Carlson. Fronted by Franjic. Isgrove's cross forthcoming. Abdallah gets a touch on it. Looked for the foul, which wasn't awarded. Albano shifted gears. McFarlane getting stuck in. This is where you really make your money as a footballer. As Weir uses the wind to his advantage, gets the ball across. Carlson gets it back from Abdallah. Gilevsky, a mountain to climb for Hume. Many night shirts in the way. Carlson to a Ching. O'Kane back to the captain. Farthen for a split second and the ball caught behind him. Ashcroft's charging. Rampaging, you could say. Continues his run. Weir on the left. Back to Isgrove, more inboard. Gilevsky, first time pass following the reverse pass he received. Gilevsky sets his sight towards goal. Isgrove trying to find the opening. Franjic prevented that from happening. Weir will try his luck. It's going to hit Abdallah. And the clearance made. It's going to set up for Isgrove. And well, that's perhaps more of what David Chick's side need to start to do. Just test from distance. Say Chris Oldfield in goal would certainly be concerned with the conditions he's facing. Therefore, it's worth having a crack. Every shirt, Bar McFarlane's in Hume City's attacking half. Ishak. O'Kane to Gilevsky. Carlson acknowledges the wide player, that of McFarlane. His cross has shape. Headed clearance. Bramwell couldn't get onto it. He's limping upon. Limping, looks rather attentive to what could be his ankle. McFarlane, Abdallah under control. Carlson providing some pressure. Things getting rather... It's turning into a slip and slide. Both on the gantry and out there on the playing surface. Isgrove. Abdallah. Aching. Hume City firmly in possession. They've had quite a spell recently. Building the case for an equaliser. Weir. Back to Wishak. Hume City Ultras, as you mentioned, still firmly with their voice. Lachlan Weir judges the bounce well. Options queuing up. Abdallah's one of them. Ever so close were Hume City to what would have been their equaliser. Abdallah has provided those moments throughout the season. Cast your mind back through that clash, leaving round 5 against Avondale. Yeah, from the spot, free kick in the second half. He had converted for an equaliser off the volley in that scenario, courtesy of the cross coming from Lachlan Weir. Wasn't too far away from providing yet another moment at the Hume City Stadium. Might not be able to hear much more of those on the touchline anymore, considering our ambience microphone. We value having the equipment. It's being tucked away. As Brumwell looked to have his night cut prematurely short, he was pulling up rather lane while pressing upon Hume. But the man who's made the difference will reside through the bench. Substitution forthcoming. Bilic, his replacement. The ball is just going to go sideways. Davicic hasn't resorted to his bench yet. He's been changing wings, both Abdallah and Isgrove. Not exactly gotten the better of Franich or Sewell, who are standing tall at the moment. Perhaps an emphasis throughout the midweek by Ivan Franich upon his players to just get nice and tight upon the wide players of Hume, who boast quite the attacking pedigree. As Weir, Bilic providing some press. Ashcroft composed, get back to Riley, hasn't had a touch in some time. He's going to sit up in the wind, which is Grove. Gets it to Aching. McFarlane providing that box-to-box run forward. Isgrove confronted by Mitch Hoare. It's Ashcroft. Time perhaps also becoming a factor for Hume. There's Weir. Abdallah. Galevsky. Inwards pass. McFarlane keeps it, despite initially looking like he was going to lose possession. Shifts out to Abdallah. Needs some magic from their talisman. Ball flung in, not exactly dealt with. Weren't with the final touch. And White, happy to find Albano. He's running at a ching. Wants to release Bilic. Maybe just lets him know that, well, that pass was intended for him. Never exactly made traction to get on the end of it. So the rainfall in the minute has subsided. It's turned into a bit of a mist. Ashcroft. Ching. Back to Harry. Searching ball for Abdallah. Takes the ground. Now Weir. Measured to find O'Kane. His pass is okay. Ashcroft. Aching out wide. Albano confronts him. Aching trying to get the cross away. Which is high, not very handsome. with some encouragement. Green Gully have taken lead against Dandy Thunder. And that fixture, we'll keep an eye on that one. Proceedings, what we're seeing so far here. Farland goes up and high, back to ground. Forward run now from Mitch Hall. Hasn't really much to do in this second half. Albano shifting gears. Pass not finding Saki. As Carlson moves it on. Okay, and Isgrove. So she passed for Galevsky. Wernzel cleaning it up. He's certainly had some imprint on the contest. Bilic. That touch not finding Albano out wide, much to the pleasure of the home supporters. They were still vocal. Certainly believe that there's time for Hume to turn the tide. Although the 3 points, the percentage, very unlikely for them to attain. So they'll to share the spoils. Isgrove searching forward for that equaliser. Galevsky opening up with some space. McFarlane is the option. Pass a bit undercooked from Isgrove. Saki. And Franjic, he's going to chase. Ishak's going to get there first. First time pass to Abdallah. Franjic sliding at him. Saki can find space first time from Hoare. Now opening things up for White. Here's Albano. Isolated. Jan Albano running at Oching. Can't get his shot away. Instead, nearly found Bilic. And it would have been a gilded goal opportunity. His feet were positioned adequately. So he was onside. Agonisingly close, the visitors, but they have conjured up a corner. Certainly proved decisive, given the complexion of the contest and the stage we're currently in. Cross forthcoming, delivered. It's going to bounce towards the box. And it's just up and high, and for a split second, Riley had to judge it. She'd done so tremendously. He searches forward for Abdallah. Carrigan right underneath it. Bilic leading with a header. Ashcroft, they have to up the tempo, the hosts. If they are to share the spoils, Melbourne Knights are certainly playing some very good football this evening. And defensively sound. And a result here will put them in 7th place. Also set rather the statement as a Ching looks for Lloyd Isgrove. Not usually the way in which he converts. At the near post. With a glancing header. Chris Oldfield hasn't really been tested. So in the first half, he really had a test. There was nothing in which he could do to prevent that header from their talisman of Lloyd Isgrove. And it's the hosts who draw it level. Perhaps a bit of commentator's curse come into play at expense of the Melbourne Knights, who had defended superbly, would had to take a moment of brilliance, which their captain Mark Ching had catapulted. Fine delivery from the fullback. You mentioned it, Lloyd Isgrove, not accustomed to scoring with his head, but made no mistake. What a piece. In this contest that is, despite all the elements of the weather, certainly lived up to its billing. And Hume, although certainly deserving of an equaliser, had found it. Low cross will come in. Machine getting in the way. Rampaging they were to keep it alive, the Knights. As White shrugs off Carlson. Albano has some space. O'Kane getting back to confront him. Albano beyond O'Kane, crosses in. Ashcroft plants his feet to head away. Sewell's cross. Ashcroft yet again. Chance will open up on the edge of the box. And the shot was dispatched. That's no avail. I say, Morton. Carmen nearly stood still when Lloyd Isgrove was in the box. Not doubt his heading ability. It's just something we haven't really seen. So despite there not really being much height in the box for Hume, they still make use of their crosses. Isgrove, I believe, with that goal has joined the double digits contingent. That's the goal scoring leaderboard for the competition as McFarlane, that's brilliant. Evasive, gets away from Morden, releases Abdallah. It's going to sit up for him. Abdallah, reinforcements in the box. McFarlane, first time cross. Isgrove, no, Carlson rather shifting gears. Ball flung in towards Isgrove again with his head. Carlson would receive, but the flag has gone up. Oh, Lloyd Isgrove learning the heading ability possessed by both Platt and Bingham, who aren't featured tonight for Hume. Had a second chance fire his head, which you could never get real purchase on. Oldfield's long searching pass. Bilic the target. Ishak does well. Oh, it's a fine pass to release Albano. Aching backtracking. Albano tries to get the better of Aching. Has a crossing opportunity. Bilic rises. Saki couldn't get boot to ball at the back post. Still no utilisation of David Chick's bench, as you feel like the legs out there are getting rather cold and tired. No ball, the option by Isgrove. Hall does well to get it to Albano first time. Barnett opening things up. Here's Sewell, takes the game on. And Aching just gets in the way when called upon. Dalla first time. Weir, preferred left. Ishak back to the keeper. Jackson Riley, who was so close to keeping out that Kieran Bramwell header. The bounce certainly made it quite the task. Isgrove is going to bounce off of Mitch Hoare. Saki wanted to get going. You can see McFarlane gesturing towards David Chick to try to shrug off that little niggle. And Sheen gets it back. Interplay with himself at O'Kane. Comes to Stroll. Isgrove goes down. Gets it moving quickly. Abdallah. Gets it back from Carlson. Inboards towards Galevsky. Many Melbourne Knights around him. Carlson. And Shing. High across towards McFarlane. There's Carrigan in the way. O'Kane brings it to ground level. And has a striking chance. Blocked by Carrigan. Lachlan Weir. Galevsky. Goes round one. Can't get past the third. Isgrove tried taking over. Weir's pass. O'Kane. Shifting gears. Still going O'Kane. His cross that was centering was blocked by the keeper. David Chick with encouragement. Hume City upping the ante. They know what 3 points will do for them tonight. They're running out of time. They've got their equaliser. Last 5 minutes of regulation time. Not many stoppages in play. They might not have a hefty chunk of additional time for both sides to find what could be a winning goal. As Hume cross in, Ishak at the back posts. It's going to go in by Ashcroft. Arslan saw something in the build-up which he wasn't exactly content with, therefore calling the free kick for the Knights. Saki was the target of the pass. Weir does well to get it back to his keeper. Ishak. Isgrove. Can't find okay. He's going to bobble towards Galevsky. Abdallah, space opening up. Oching providing that overlap. Acknowledged now Oching. Carlson leading in the box. Sewell blocking. And happy to clear up the line in which will stay alive. McFarlane just getting in the way. Carrigan. Franich. It could be either side's game. Franich goes towards Saki. Substitution in the offing for the hosts. Isgrove. Gets beyond Morton. Fine pass to unlock Carlson. Galevsky leading ahead. Abdallah wants to get his shot away. Sewell not allowing that to be forthcoming. So Hume looking to feel as if provide an attacker. Just wonder who's going to make away. Boria Ezi to enter the fray. Not sure for who yet. As Ching's pass, not going to reach the target of Abdallah. Still nearly at the final knockings of the 90. Although the stalemate, either side could find that match-winning moment. Rather even they have been matched up this evening. McFarlane back to Ashcroft, who doesn't want to use his keeper. He won't do so. He's kicked it right out of play. McFarlane has been tending a cramp, and it's going to be his final involvement of the evening. Ezi to replace McFarlane in the engine room. Quite the performance from Fletcher McFarlane. Who makes away. It's Franich. Wants to clear back to the keeper. David Chick just a bit bemused as to how he's managed to miscue it, the way in which he had done so. So I wonder how much time Quartermain will provide additionally. As White, up and under it goes. Carlson nearly underneath it. Bilic was so, and now Mitch Hort. Can he provide a moment? Albano might have a chance. Aching confronts him, gets the block. Which Riley judges the bounce and gets things moving. Aching with Ezi and Abdallah ahead of him. Isgrove. Ezi couldn't control his first touch, nor could Werndl. O'Kane. Sewell plants his feet. They make an interception. O'Kane got it back. Low cross, Abdallah. Nipping at the heels. Ching stepping up, 4 minutes of additional time. And a free kick. Can the hosts find something? I feel as if the Knights will look to have men back here, but if they are to keep an attacker forward, there could be a certain scenario on the counter-attack. Following this Hume City free kick. It's a Ching and Weir. Any players not in the box. You can hear David Chick calling for Isgrove to get into the box. Let's prove what he can do with his head so far as Abdallah. High ball. Ishak was amongst those in the box. Abdallah confronted by Albano. A Ching has to be tall. The captain leading by example. O'Kane trying to get onto the end of that back heel. Bilic. Ashcroft does well. Weir. His pass goes afray. And over the top, potentially a chance could open up. Saki not going to get there. So Riley had to be off his line. Third reader of the game. Is there a late twist to the tail? Both sides, you feel, are going to go hammer and tong to find their winning moment. As Saki has Albano. Ching, very composed, plucks it out the sky. Abdallah gets around Sewell. Galevski's forward. Isgrove's wide. Ezzy's an option also. Galevski searching pass for Isgrove. He controls finally, confronted by Franjic. Isgrove's ball in. Dealt with by Sewell. To be recycled by Weir. Genuine chance for the hosts. Ball flung in. Sewell heads away. Abdallah reads the play nicely. Gets it back to a Ching. His delivery towards Galevski. Franjic acknowledges the Lachlan Weir presence in a corner conceded. 90 seconds left of the 4 additional minutes. Huge chance for the hosts. Isgrove's delivery. Carlson on the keeper. Ashcroft at the near post. Cross won't even make its way beyond it. It's O'Kane with his head. Weir to Isgrove. Bilic confronts him. Isgrove fires a cross in. Carlson let it roll. Chance for Ashcroft. She never caught adequately enough. I feel as if it could prove the final chance for the hosts. Ugur Arslan indicating there's 1 minute left of play. Oldfield happy to eat up as many valuable seconds as he can. The result here for the Knights, which they're so close to closing in on. I mean, their last loss was over 34 days ago. They could be in for one last twist to the tail. Saki wants to go around Weir. Keeps possession. That's why the Ishak press. As Ezzy wouldn't go around Franjic. And Ugur Arslan is going to call a halt to the contest. The 4 minutes of additional time. Not enough for either side. And they share the spoils at Hume City Stadium. Captivating contest. It was fitting of a draw. Kieran Bramwell opened the scoring right at the death of the first half. With his head. And Lloyd Isgrove in the second. Fired a response which got Hume City on level terms. Full time at Hume City Stadium. With the spoils shared, one apiece. That's going to wrap up our coverage for this clash. We appreciate you joining us on YouTube. Look to see you for the next round. I've been Adam Palombi. We thank you for joining us on our coverage. Until next time, goodbye.